In the Surface Modeling Edition, you have the ability to also create stored cross-sections. So a stored cross-section could come from a PDF plan set like I have here, or it could be imported from maybe a LandXML file. But in this case, we're starting with basically an alignment, and we want to create this road, and the only data that we have is this cross-section data. We don't have the CAD information or anything else. Maybe from this plan set we entered in the alignment and vertical. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to move this over to my other monitor over to the right so I can see it. And I'm going to start by entering in the first station, or the first cross section. So you could go to F12 and type in stored cross section. You can see that there's a couple different ones there. You can create a stored cross section, you can copy a stored cross section, and so on. But I find the easiest way to do this is to simply select the alignment, and on that alignment I'm just going to right click, and from the shortcut menu I have create stored cross section. So it picks up the alignment and it asks you for the first station. So my first station is going to be 12 plus zeros, or just 12, and the layer I'm going to put this on as Adkins layer. Now the first thing here, it basically says offset elevation. So I'm going to put in my 0 offset and to start with, and the elevation of the center line of Adkins Road is 32.62. So I'm going to put that in first, and that could be my center line. Then I'm going to just enter down, and my next one is going to be my next offset. So I have a 10-foot offset from the center line to the right, and that offset elevation is going to be 32.82, and that is the edge of the road. So I'm going to come over here, and you can see that it puts in that first segment, and that first segment is again going to be edge of pavement. So I'm going to tab over, and my next one's going to be 10.58 to the right. Again, I'm right of my center line, and that one's going to be 33.16. So this is actually going to be the top of curb for the median. And then I'm going to go over to the next one. My next one's going to be 13.42. And the elevation for that one is 32.93. So you can see that there's actually a drop, so my lane's actually dropping. So it looked weird, but I'm actually checking my values, and it's correct. And that's going to be top of curb, median. And next one's going to be 14 is the offset, and that one's going to be 32.62 or 60. And you can see there's my drop, and then that one's going to be, edge of pavement. And that's the other lane on the other side. So you can see my center line's not in the middle of my my median here. So I have a turn lane, I guess, is really what I'm putting in. So then the next one is going to be the 49.64 offset with an elevation of 31.97, and that's also going to be the edge of pavement for the other side. So you can start to see this cross section is starting to take shape. So the next one, again, I'm just putting in these offsets and elevation, and that's going to be top back of curb, and then I'm going to have a sidewalk at 59.72, 32.29, and another one, so that's sidewalk in. And then I'm going to have a 70.07 with a 32.49 elevation. And then my last piece over here is going to be, sidewalk out. So SWO. And then this one's going to be elevation or distance or offset of 76.45 with a 33.68 slope. Now on the other side, again, to get to the other side of the road over here, that's going to be my daylight line, I'm going to come over and I'm going to put in my left offset. So this is going to be a negative because I'm going to the left, 39 with an elevation of 31.84, and that's edge of pavement. And then I'm going to have another one at make sure I do negative 41.58 with 32.01, and again this top curb. And then I have a minus 53.58 and a 32.25, and that's my ditch. And then my last one will be 58.27 with a 33.81, and that's my daylight. Now I made a mistake, so that should be a negative because it went to the other side. So put it over there. So now you can see I have a stored cross section that makes up that first section. And then to do the next one, I'm going to go create cross section, and it's going to ask me for my station. So this is going to be 1225. So come in here and go 1225 and click OK. And I'll repeat that process for this next section. So I'm basically manually entering in these stored cross sections.